Good morning, everybody. It is September 15th, Friday, and it's not really the morning anymore. It's the afternoon. I should start getting to sleep earlier so I can wake up. But anyways, I have a new video here for you guys. As you can see, I have a new setup going. I have the Canon Rebel T5i, and I no longer have to use this iPhone, which is great because my hands are free now. Speaking of hands, it brings us to our subject today, and we're going to be talking about hyperhidrosis. So hyperhidrosis, not many people know about it, but it affects roughly 10% of the world, me included. So what it is hyperactivity of the sweat glands. Now you can have hyperhidrosis in many different areas of your body. Like I have it in my palms, my hands, my feet, and sometimes my armpits. But you can have it any more places like your face or your stomach or your back, and it's just not a fun time. So how it affects me personally is anything with my hands, like touching, like shaking hands, or holding hands, or taking tests. Let's start with shaking hands. Whenever you meet someone, you just always want to shake somebody's hand, right? But I can't always do that, so I have to go in for a fist bump sometimes. Sometimes, it ends up like that. But that's just what I have to do because it's super weird. You don't want to get shook by a wet hand. It's not a fun time. So that affects it in a way because then it can't be like super professional, especially if you're like shaking hands with somebody that you're trying to be professional with. Let's see. Another way is holding hands. Like one of the main things during Mass, whenever we do the Our Father after we kneel, when we stand up and everybody's holding hands. So I just try to be kind of closed off during that time. Had to try to have the book in my hands. Try to read that instead. And then, people know that I have my hands sweat, but people don't always consider it. They're not as considerate as they should be. In my own perspective, that's what I think. But hey, I'm not here to judge anyone, kinda. Okay, well, another way it affects me is in school. So during like tests and stuff, whenever I had to write essays for those timed writings, it's like 7th hour, I had gym the hour before and my hands just start sweating like crazy and it's leaking onto the page. And if I'm writing with a pencil, whenever you get to those wet spots, you try going over it and it doesn't work out too well. It's just super annoying. I tried to get it taken care of my senior year when I was 17. I tried to go to the doctor. We talked about it. It's a couple treatments. We did the oral treatment. So we had a pill. Then we had like Drysol. Those two didn't work. Then we had the option of doing Botox. So for Botox, we applied and like the insurance denied because Botox wasn't tested on people under the age of 18. So I'm 18 now. I'm going to try it one more time, see if I can do it, because Botox is expensive. It'd be like $700 per hand. And it's not just my hands, it's my feet too. So that's going to be a little bit difficult. And you had to do it every couple months, so that makes it even worse. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. So if you do know somebody with hyperhidrosis, I know like 3. It's me, my mom, and my friend Rahul. That's about it. But there's definitely more out there. If you know somebody that does have hyperhidrosis, you might want to make them feel a little bit better, not so awkward everywhere. Give a fist bump every now and then instead of going out to shake somebody's hand. It could be worse, right? It could always be worse. I could have it on my face. Think how awful that would have been. Just out in public and you're dripping with sweat. And like for people that have that, you know, I pray that they get over it, that they find something, not find something, like if they get it cured or treated, or if they just learn to go by it, you know, learn to get past it. Pray for that. Let's see. And this is such a small thing, but it affects me very much. Like, Rintu, my sister, I think she's like just messing with me. She's like, Renash, I wish I had your sweaty hands, because my hands are always so dry and ashy. I'm like, she pisses me off because it's a lot, it's not something that you're proud of, it's not something that you like or you want, and when she says that, just makes me want to punch her in the face. We're not going to talk too much about that, but anyways, it could always be worse, you know? There's so many people with so many disabilities, and this is just like something so small, just makes you appreciate more of what you have. It's still something that I'm going to work towards getting rid of, and I will eventually get rid of, but it's, you get the point. There's things that can be worse. Anyways, that's the video for today. Thank you for watching, and oh man, I love this camera setup. This is gonna make making videos so much easier. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.